just to give you all, and so that everybody can have a understanding of what Austrade is and what is our role in Africa. So our role, as I've mentioned, we are Australian government agency. We're responsible for trade, investment, education, and we also promote tourism policy and research. But what we also do is we coordinate government assistance to attract and facilitate productive foreign direct investment into Australia. Our offices are around the world. We have more than 80 offices internationally. And in Australia alone, we have about 38 offices. Our network, it includes advisors that are based in Australia that provide practical advice and help Australian companies to come to Africa, but specifically to reduce the time and cost and risk of exporting and doing business on the African continent. There's more than 200 Australian companies already operating in South Africa. The previous speaker spoke about advanced technologies, he spoke about innovation. We probably know that South Africa has got the deepest mining underground. I think the largest is like 5 kilometers underground. So for you to be successful efficiently to run the mine, you need quite good technology to help you going forward. We also focus on education and training for those who are looking to go across and study in one of the Australian universities. We do have a business development manager in our office responsible for education. She literally looking to recruiting students to go and study in Australia, in universities like Monash and Curtin University and so forth. We are interested in heavy haul opportunities in South Africa and the rest of the continent. We are interested in all the rail projects that are taking place across the African continent. We are also interested in all the ports and harbors that are taking place across the entire African continent. We recently focused on what we call smart cities. Basically, this is especially looking at the new buildings designs and areas of energy efficiency within the buildings. Last year, we hosted a telecommunication company from Australia, similar to Telcom, called Telstra. They presented a thought leadership session on mining, the case for change. And this year we also hosted the Macquarie Banks. For those who don't know, Macquarie Banks is one of the banks that fund big projects in infrastructure and mining and so forth. They also spoke about economics briefings on the African continent. We hosted Women in Mining in conjunction with the Australian company called South 32. For those who don't know, South 32 demerged, actually BHP demerged 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and then they left in South Africa operations as South 32. So there's no longer BHP Billiton in South Africa, it's only South 32 at the moment. We approached some high-level women, and some said, we are tired of speaking about women. We want to get into supply chain development and things like that. But I've just noted some of the key messages that came out of Minister of Women, Susan Shabangu. She said the following: mining industry needs to do more to integrate women in mining. She also said while the representation of women have improved over the years, it was still not enough. She further said we still need to do more to ensure women feel the mining sector is one of which they have a career and a future, one which they can develop their talent. The minister also said that integrating women in the mining was highly challenging for cultural as well as operational reasons. As a traditional male-dominated industry, there has been a huge cultural shift for women to start working side by side with men. She further said that by 2015, 15% of top management in mining were women. While 22% of professional qualified employees were women in South Africa. She also said women also represent 18% of employees in so-called skilled technical areas. So I guess those are some of the key messages that the Minister of Women, Susan Shabangu, said. And we as Australian government, Australian Trade Investment Commission, we do highly support women who are in business. We also support women who are in the mining sector, and we also encourage Australian companies that are coming to South Africa and Africa generally to also empower women. We as Australian Trade Investment Commission, we are highly involved with the mining sector in South Africa and Africa as a whole. That is all I came here to say. Thank you very much.